We are back with week 4 picks. This is the Spotlight Sports Talk. Starring myself, Coach D. I like to call myself that as well. And I have my colleagues with me, my home skillets. I have to call them that. I have Trevor, a.k.a. OV Trev. You know, he had his name for everything of that nature.
Yep.
And we have
Yep.
Kip, a.k.a. Key, or whatever she want to call herself. You know how that is, man. But we are back with NFL Week 4 picks, and we about to get through these games, and hopefully we have better records than we have last week. Knowing that
The last week was, I don't know what happened in NFL, but any given Sunday.
So with Trevor, he went 8-7. Nakia went 8-7. I went 7-8. So it was just a bad week 3. So let's just get into these picks right here. But before we do that, I would need you to shout out your podcast, Trevor, because you definitely need to get that out there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be at Sport Ruffians on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, pretty soon Snapchat. I'm getting everything going. It's gonna be a fun channel, doing things for charity and just overall fun. I'm not gonna get too much into it yet, but it will be listed on those websites.
And when you get that, follow and subscribe to the channels, because we all doing a collaboration here. It's all love. It's all about us loving sports. So subscribe to both our channels, Spotlight Sports Talk. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that. So we are, you keep it up with the latest news with our podcast. But let's get straight into it. Thursday's night's games about to go on at 8 o'clock, 8:30, about that time.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota Vikings versus the Rams. Like I said, I'm going with the Rams here. Marcus Peters is back and he's active. We don't know if he's going to play tonight, but I am taking the Rams tonight over the Vikings. I just don't see the Vikings winning in LA. So that's my pick there. I'm going with them 27-20.
I'm also going to go with the Rams. I feel like, even though Marcus Aqib Talib's out, I feel like Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen can exploit that. But I do feel as though Marcus Peters on the side will definitely help slow them down. The Rams have been the best team in football. I know I said the Jags were, but they let me down last game. Bad.
Agreed.
I feel like Todd Gurley, Robert Woods, Jared Goff, they all have been clicking. Even Brandon Cooks have been getting his yards. So I feel like their offense and their defense are on the same level. I'm going to say the Rams in this game.
Gonna make it as a clean sweep. I'm also taking the Rams. I don't think Minnesota has the firepower. They are missing one of their pass rushers, Emerson Griffin. So I do think the Rams got it.
All right, so let's just go straight into the 1 p.m. games here. In the 1 p.m. games, we got the Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Like I said before, I am taking the Houston Texans here. Understanding the Colts did have a good game in a bad weather versus the Philadelphia Eagles, but I feel like I know this is going to be in a dome, and I think Deshaun Watson plays better in a dome when it's not like when he's playing outside. I feel like Deshaun Watson is going to have his breakout game with Will Fuller. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be some type of, he's going to be in there as well. And then I actually like the Texas defense over the Indianapolis Colts. Me personally, Andrew Luck, his line got a block for him more. All he has is T.Y. Hilton and Eric Ebron. That's not enough. The running game got to get better for them. But I am taking the Houston Texans here. Colts, I did want to take you, but at the same time, I like the Houston Texans better overall in this division battle.
I smell upset. I am taking the Colts. I just feel like in fourth quarter, Andrew Luck does have can come back in games. He's done that in the past. I think Houston slips up on defense, or offense gets an interception. The Colts gets an interception somewhere. So I got them winning by like a touchdown.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go with the Texans as well. I just feel like the offense is coming around, even though the Giants game it wasn't a good game for them offensively. The defense has been breaking down for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. The pass rush has been good. I know Jadeveon Clowney's been out. J.J. Watt's still getting sacks. I feel like the Colts are really just a one-sided team. You have Andrew Luck and T.Y. Hilton. Outside of that, it's not too much. Eric Ebron's giving them a little bit. They haven't established their running game, even though they're using 3 different backs. Neither of them are producing. So I feel like the Texans squeeze this one out by a touchdown. I'm going to say Texans win 21-14.
And just to put a little thing out there, that Lamar Miller could be a key factor into this offense as well. I think that's where the Texans are better at with the Colts at the running game as well. So we do have this here, the Buffalo Bills versus the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go with my pick, like I said yesterday, because I know I was on my nephew's show. I was on my nephew's show, and my nephew's show, I picked the Packers, but I'm flipping it, and I am picking the Bills in the upset over the one-legged Aaron Rodgers Packers. I just don't see him keep doing this to himself with this one leg. The more pressure they bring, he's not going to be as mobile. And I think the Bills can bring that pressure knowing that Aaron Rodgers is not that mobile. So, with that being said, I'm going with the upset. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, don't let me down.
Aaron Rodgers is still a bad man on one league. They running game, not so much, but he has weapons. Graham needs to step it up. They haven't really targeted him lately, but Devontae Adams has been balling. Cobb has been balling, even Allison. So they got to get Jimmy Graham in there, but I still think I like Green Bay. Buffalo against Minnesota last week, it wasn't Minnesota's game. They can't do that again. So I'm taking Green Bay in Lambeau.
Yeah, definitely. I do feel as though even though Aaron Rodgers is taking a step back, I still think they're a little bit too much for the Bills. They had a good game against the Vikings. I'm not expecting that to happen again. The odds aren't stacked in their favor. I know everybody wants to, jump on the hype train because that game was crazy for the Vikings to lose. I know all 3 of us picked the Vikings to win that game. I think Aaron Rodgers has too many weapons. They're going to score. The Bills' defense hasn't been great. Even though they held up the Vikings, I don't think that they can repeat that. So I'm going to stay with the Packers at Lambeau. I think Aaron Rodgers snaps in this game and shows everybody that he's still Aaron Rodgers.
And just FYI, this is going to be a shootout because I don't like Green Bay's defense. Clay Matthews is all they have. Just me or Clinton Dix. Outside of that, I really don't see nothing from the Green Bay's defense.
Green Bay did just pick up somebody on defense, and I forget who it was. I forgot.
I don't know, but I forgot the defensive coordinator that used to be there. He's not there anymore, so their defense is like actually a little bit different than what it was. But just to get on to the next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Chicago Bears. You already know who I'm going with. I got the Chicago Bears jersey on. I'm going with the Bears in another upset. I feel like Trubisky, he's evolving as a better quarterback than he was last year. He got to get Allen Robinson involved, and he got to get Tariq Cohen going in the passing game. Jordan Howard could get those in-between tackles. Cool. But the thing about the Bears is their defense. When they picked up Khalil Mack, their defense are a top 5 defense. Now, I think they like second in turnovers right now. So I really like that defense. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is just as good. But when you have Khalil Mack adding to already a top 10 defense that came into the year, it just makes it more better. I like Fitzmagic. Fitzmagic still could probably put up his numbers. The running game is suspect. And I just don't know how Tampa Bay's corners, which they are rookies, are going to hold up against some speedy receivers. I just don't know how that's going to hold up. But yeah, I'm taking the Chicago Bears in another upset in this one.
Got Tampa still winning, even though Chicago is, getting there and good. Trubisky, I don't think can handle that front 7 for Tampa Bay. Again, you got Bo Allen, and you got Vinny Curry, and you got McCoy. And then, like you said, the receivers, not the receivers, the corner, the secondary are rookies, but I think they can hold their own. I don't think Chicago can hold off Mike Evans. And then you got Deshaun Jackson that got the speed and Godwin there as well. Fitz, I think, still is going to put up his numbers. I think he puts up 400 again. He's been doing it every week so far. I still got Tampa. I like Tampa Bay in this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Tampa as well. I think Fitzpatrick will have a great game, regardless of the Bears' pass rush. Their offense has just been clicking on all cylinders. I know he had a little slow start to the Steelers game, last game that they played, but he did make up for it at the end, got them within a touchdown. I think Fitzmagic is still going strong, and I'm gonna stay with the Buccaneers this week.
So we do have an AFC.
I'm not a Trubisky fan. I don't really think Trubisky has. I know D likes Trubisky a lot, but me, I'm like, I'm too iffy on him. I think he'll be a solid QB. I just don't think he'll be like top notch. I think he's okay.
I just think if he gets the weapons around him, if he gets weapons to evolve around him and Allen Robinson, I think he would be better because they did upgrade the offensive line. So I like what they're doing. I like what the offensive coordinator is doing with Trubisky of mixing it up. And the RPO. The RPO fits what he did in North Carolina, so he's comfortable with that. So that's why I like.
He still need to get his accuracy issues together.
He's only his second year, so he'll definitely get that together. So that'll be fine. We got the AFC East matchup going on here. The 3-0 Miami Dolphins, which they should be 2-1. The 3-0 Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. I did say I was going to go with the Dolphins, but I think I'm going to change my pick on this one. I forgot. This is in Foxborough. It's a pissed off Tom Brady in a home, and Josh Gordon might be playing this week.
All the calls go towards the Patriots at home.
I wouldn't even say all. Depending on what game it is. I'm not going to say all that. Depending on what game it is. If it's the AFC Championship, the Patriots win at home, clearly. But I'm just saying, I like what Tannehill's doing. I like what Miami has been doing. But you get a loss this week. That's payback from last week from beating my Raiders. So with that being said, I'm going with New England Patriots. Tom Brady's going to throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Gronk is going to have a big game. So yes, I'm going with New England here.
Me, I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I know I originally picked the Patriots, but I like the Dolphins a lot this year. 3-0, they play tough games. Their offense is coming around. Defense looks solid. The Patriots, never bet against Tom Brady, but I'm calling this game as an upset in Foxborough. I just feel like Brady there's no chink in Brady's armor. He might have a bad game once, maybe twice a year, but the defense just looks horrible. I know they got Josh Gordon. Hopefully I have Josh Gordon snap because I got him out of 3 of my 4 leagues. So hopefully he does snap and his homecoming is great. But I don't know. I just feel like their defense has just been bad. Like Gronk's going to have a big game. Tom Brady's going to have a good game. I just don't. As an upset, I'm going to go with the Dolphins just because I like their team all around over the Patriots.
I'm also going to go with New England. Like you said, usually this game, they usually split. Miami usually beats them at least once. But they're not going to beat them this time around. I do like New England. Pissed off Brady in Foxborough. He's not going to like that. Of course, you got Gronk. Gronk is 6'8", 6'9", who can take down Gronk. I think Burke is crazy because Burkhead's out for the year. He got hurt.
So it's up to Sony Michel and James White.
I think they need to get their running game going. But Tom Brady always finds receivers. So if Josh Gordon is playing, it's going to be Josh Gordon and Gronk. Chris Hogan's going to get involved. I like the Patriots.
Just to let y'all know that Gronk is almost the same size as LeBron in pads. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Man, I'm going to just go to the next game because I just can't imagine meeting Gronk in person and then he had those football stuff on. I just can't see it.
He's big outside of pads. That's ridiculous.
That's great. But We got the next game coming up. We got the Detroit Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys. Still going to pick the Lions here. I'm not changing my pick. I don't care for the Cowboys. The offensive line is not doing anything. Understand that Zeke only had 16 carries, but he had 127 yards, and he had a fumble. Just the fact that he could get all the carries, but the question is that offensive line can't pass block. That's my issue with the Dallas Cowboys. I think Dallas Cowboys got a decent defense, but I feel like Matthew Stafford with that wide receiver Marvin Jones, Golden Tate, Galladay. I forgot the name of their tight end because it's not Ebron no more. It's another tight end that I do like for the Detroit Lions. And the running game finally got over 100 yards rushing on Sunday night against the New England Patriots. I think they'll do the same here. I like the Detroit Lions over the Dallas Cowboys, and Dak will have a horrible night. Zeke will have a good night, but Dak won't.
I don't really care for this game. Like, I really don't. Stafford's going to go off. I like the Lions, taking the Lions. All they have is Zeke. Who is Dak throwing to? Terrence Williams? Where's Allen Hurns at?
They all number 2 receivers in real life. None of them are number 1. So
they missed Jason Witten. He retired. It was Rico Gathers. Do you know who they need to call? They need to call Dez and apologize.
Make the
call. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Here's this money. Please come back. They need help. They need something. And Beasley can't. He's a slot receiver. Beasley's good, but he's number 1.
He only can do but much, right. 5 to 7 yards a pop,
Well, Detroit. Taking Detroit. The score is going to be crazy. And they don't even got their best kicker no more. So they can't even. What are you going to be kicking? Like, I'm lucky if they get put up 7 or 14. That's all they getting. Maybe 10.
I'm gonna go with the Lions as well. I think Matt Stafford's gonna destroy the Cowboys. Cowboys can't hang with them on offense. I'm going with the Lions.
Say no more. So on to the next game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm still taking my pick here. I like the Atlanta Falcons. They are at home. They play better at home. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley's going off. Mohamed Sanu, Austin Hooper, Tevin Coleman. That whole offense is just stacked with an okay defense of Cincinnati. No Joe Mixon. Giovanni Bernard is in there, but he's a third down back. He's not a second down back. You only got A.J. Green, but you got Tyler Boyd as well. But I just feel like Atlanta plays better at home. Andy Dalton might throw 4 more picks in the first half again, like he did against Carolina. So with that being said, I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons here, and Matt Ryan would throw over 400 passes.
I'm also going to go with Atlanta in that brand new stadium of theirs. They put Chick-fil-A in there. How are you not going to be open on Sunday? Why would you put a Chick-fil-A in the stadium on a Sunday? But anyway, so no, when they're not open. But anyway, I do like Atlanta. And I did pick up Calvin Ridley on a waiver wire. So anybody in fantasy needs a receiver, go out and get him. He's starting to come around, and especially they can't double team Julio no more. So if they double team Julio, they got Ridley to worry about. Austin Hooper is coming around. They have an awesome backup while Freeman's not there. Even though their defense is banged up a little bit, I still think Atlanta's going. Matty Ice is going to go off. Picking Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Falcons too. I do like the Bengals. I feel like they'll hang with them in the first half. Atlanta just has too much firepower. Like Nakia mentioned, Calvin Ridley's coming around. His last game, he has a snap-out game, got 37 fantasy points for whoever started him. I don't know if anybody started him. He's on everybody's.
I put him in my flex.
He gave me the 40 burger.
Wow, that's crazy. He starts snapping, and I feel like he won't be able to double-team Julio now, so it's just going to open Atlanta's offense even more. So I'm definitely going to go with the Falcons in this game.
He's a roll tide.
All right. So, now let's just get straight into the 4 o'clock games, because from what I'm looking at, Eagles play at 4 o'clock this weekend, and they play against.
I thought it was 1 o'clock. They moved it.
All right, we just gonna go straight into it. Eagles versus Titans. I'm going with the Eagles here. No Mariota, no Rashard Matthews. I do like the running backs for the Tennessee Titans. I just don't think it's enough on defense for this offense to be clicking. Might get Alshon Jeffrey back this week. I don't know about Ajayi or Sproles, but I do like Clement in this game. I still like Aguilar. I still like what the Eagles are doing over there. I'm picking the Titans. No, I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles. I have this in a 2-touchdown win over Tennessee. I got the Eagles winning this.
We got a lot of injuries out. McLeod's out for the year. That's going to be tough because our secondary is already suspect as it is. Malcolm Jenkins can't do everything. He might have to pay a little bit of nickel. Receiving core is banged up. But I still do like the Eagles winning this. Ajayi's questionable. We might not get him back, but we still have Corey Clement. And Smallwood's starting to come up as a nice little running back. But that front seven is crazy. They'll definitely get to Mariota's backup. They'll definitely get to Tennessee, sacking all day long. So I'm going with the Eagles on this pick.
If Mariota don't play, this is a blowout. Period. Matt Castle, please.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm definitely staying with the Eagles in this game. I feel like this game is a no contest, just like I thought. The Bills game was supposed to be a no contest. I know the Eagles will beat the Titans. With no QB, released starting wide receiver, Eagles will definitely take this one easy.
And Delaney Walker's done for the year.
Yep.
Titans is done.
They still got Derrick Henry
and Deion Lewis, but it's not enough to beat Philadelphia with that front for Philly. It's not enough. So, Eagles clean sweep in that one. The Cleveland Browns going up against my Oakland Raiders. I want to pick the Browns so bad, but I'm not doing it. I still have faith in my Raiders. And we're home. And we're going to beat Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. We're going to beat them. Only way that we're going to beat them is that we have to score in the second half and we have to shut down on defense. Outside of that, we can beat them offensively. Jordy Nelson snapped this week. Amari Cooper snapped the week before. I prefer Doug Martin over Marshawn Lynch because he's more elusive than Marshawn Lynch. Derek Carr can't throw a pick in the fourth quarter. So with that being said, I'm still going with my Oakland Raiders here. In the W at home, I'm going with I like what the Browns is doing, but I'm going with my Oakland Raiders. Ride or die.
Something's telling me, like it's my gut, that I want Oakland to win, but somehow I think they're going to screw up. I got Cleveland going to win off a screw up. Y'all might can go up, and then somehow y'all defense will let them come back. And Cleveland's defense isn't half bad. They got Peppers and
Myles Garrett,
and the Denzel Ward. I'm upset pick. I'm going to go with Cleveland.
He ain't faced receivers like us though. They ain't faced receivers like us.
So. I'm picking Cleveland, and Baker might go. He might go off. Not by much, but I mean, I think he does significant enough to get his win.
We got a bad defense, so that kind of makes sense.
I'm going to go with the Raiders, even though I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan. I feel like the Raiders will finally get a win out of Gruden. I like Gruden a lot. Too. You know what I mean? I really like Gruden. So it was a shame that they started off 0-3. But I'm definitely going to pick the Raiders just based off the fact that it's Baker's first game starting. I know he did look comfortable behind his line throwing the ball, but I just feel like the Raiders have too much experience at the quarterback position. I feel like Derek Carr will finally have himself a game. Baker, I think, will do solid. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, probably a rushing TD. But I say the Raiders win by 10. I'm going to pick the Raiders in this one.
Good pick, Trevor.
Landry's going to have another game.
It depends who the corner is. It depends who he's lined up against.
Oh, I remembered the corner. I remember the cornerback that Green Bay picked up, Breeland. That ain't nobody.
Oh my God. That's Mr. Get Beat with the deep ball.
Green Bay was desperate. Y'all pick up Breland though.
So let's just get straight into the next game here. Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Josh Rosen is getting his first start against the Seahawks. I don't like this. I don't like it that he's getting his start versus the Seahawks. Just because they lost a lot of people on defense, that Seahawks defense is still solid. It's just their offense they can't get together. They can't block for Russell Wilson. I mean, you got Carson over there to run the football. You got Brandon Marshall over there with a Doug Baldwin that can't stay healthy. I'm still taking the Seahawks here because I just feel bad for the Cardinals. Like, Cardinals defensively, they can't do nothing. They have no Tyrann Mathieu. He's out. He's over in Houston somewhere. And I just don't see – I mean, David Johnson might have a great game, but they're not going to win the game. So I'm taking the Seahawks here. I just like their offense better than Josh Rosen at the helm. I mean, he's a rookie against the Seahawks defense. I can't trust it. I'm going with Seahawks.
I hear you. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks too. Josh Rosen, I like as a QB, but against the Seahawks this early, I don't think it's good for him. I think the Cardinals' defense is pretty solid, but their lack of offense is gonna screw them in the end. I would say the Seahawks win. Russell actually snaps in this game, even though their offensive line has been disgusting. I really think the Seahawks will take this game against a rookie QB starting for the first time. I'm gonna say Seahawks.
They went from Badford to not so Badford. They say the rookie gets his first start, but there's still not enough. Russell's gonna go off. He might even run. You know, it's hard. It's really hard to sack Russell. Who was it? The Bears sacked him like 5 times. Somebody sacked him 5 times. Bears sacked him 5 times. So that's really rare to get to Russell like that. But I am picking the Seahawks. Don't forget Tyler Lockett's in there. You do have Brandon Marshall. So Doug Baldwin can't stay healthy. Carson's hopefully he can go. Chris Carson hopefully can go off. He did get 100 yards last week. But yeah, I'm liking the Seahawks. Fitz can't do it by himself.
Right. So we all picking the Seahawks in a clean sweep here. So the next games that we have 3 more games to talk about. We have the Saints. Actually, it's 4 more, but right now at this it'll be 3 more games. So we got the New Orleans Saints going into New York against the New York Giants. I like the Giants. I like what they did. I thought it was pretty interesting what they did last week against the Houston Texans. I was kind of surprised about that. Me personally, I still like the New Orleans Saints here on the road. I just feel like Alvin Kamara, and I think they just have a lot on offense. Like, it don't matter who it is for Drew Brees, he can make them better. Like, it can be nonchalant. Like, who would knew who Willie Snead was if it was for Drew Brees? Let's just keep it a buck there. Like, most of these people that go to New Orleans, we don't know who they are besides Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas was a top 10 pick for the New Orleans Saints. Outside of that, Alvin Kamara was like a 5th round pick. We wouldn't, especially he came from my favorite college in Tennessee. So shout out to Tennessee for making him a great running back, you know. But I got to put it out there. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints. I do like what the Giants do with Barkley and Odell and Sterling Shepard, but I just feel like the defense is not really getting the pass rush to get to Drew Brees. So I'm taking the New Orleans Saints over New York.
I'm taking the Saints also. It's not going to be a shootout like it was that one year where they was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It ain't going to be like that. Saints defense is still a little suspecty to me, but that offense is starting to click. And once Ingram comes back, it's going to be that tag team running game again. I think he comes out next week. He was on suspension, right, 4 games. So he does come back next week. So they're going to have a tag team back, and it's going to be even more harder to stop them two together. And Breeze is definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. He puts up numbers every year, no matter who the receivers are. So I'm going with the Saints.
I think it was like 4,000 passing yards in the last 3 years.
He's well worth his money.
Definitely. I say the Saints take this game, no contest. Just everything. The defense is falling apart from last year, but I feel like the Saints offense will definitely control the game. Giants, I don't think, have a chance in this game, to be honest. I'm going to say the Saints win easy.
I'm gonna give him a little shot just because of Odell going up against Lattimore. I think that's gonna be a great matchup. But yeah, I wouldn't say no contest, but I'll say it'll be closer than what I think it is. I'll say about 2 touchdowns. I say the most. The next game that we going into is the San Francisco 49ers versus the LA Chargers. I'm going with the LA Chargers here at home. No Jimmy G. I don't know who the backup is for 49ers. The 49ers defense are okay. They're all right, but I feel like the Chargers have too many weapons as far as, Mike Williams is definitely coming on to emerging on the other side of Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates, Hunter Henry, Melvin Gordon. And, the Chargers defense is only missing, I think, Everett. I think that's his last name.
And Joey Bosa.
And Joey Bosa. That's the only thing they're really missing.
He won't be back to like the middle of the season. He just can't stay healthy.
And I feel like funny thing that his brother is playing at Ohio State and he's hurt. He's going to be out till November as well. So that's just another story for another time. But I'm going with the Chargers here. Phillip Rivers is going to have a field day at home with them. And I see this as no contest for the 49ers at all.
Definitely Chargers winning. There's nothing to talk about. There's C.J. Beathard as Jimmy G's backup. Nope.
I like Matt Breida, though. Matt Breida's pretty good, but it's just not enough.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm going to say Chargers easy. That's another no contest. I think Melvin Gordon will have like 35 fantasy points this game. I really think it's going to be all Melvin Gordon. Phillip Rivers won't even have to throw this game if he doesn't want to.
Damn.
Like Melvin Gordon.
Give Melvin Gordon at least 40 touches. I take it. I take it in my fantasy. I take it. 40 touches. Listen, he can have 2 rushing and 2 passing. Fine by me. I take it. So now we got 2 more games left. We have the Sunday night game and we have the Monday night game. So Sunday night game is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. NFC North battle. This is the game I really want to get into. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. I think they brought a lot of I think they really got together as a team Monday night against Pittsburgh. I really think they came together. The more the game went, the more camaraderie did and more unity they had going into that game. Put Le'Veon Bell who? You have James Conner that can run in between the tackles just like Le'Veon Bell. His running style is a little different from Le'Veon's, but he still could give you the numbers that Le'Veon was given. But I'm not going to take anything from Baltimore because they just got a lot of firepower on their side too with Crabtree and Alex Collins, Joe Flacco, Willie Snead. They got a nice little offense over there, and they got a nice little defense there. But this is going to be a close game. I have Pittsburgh winning by a field goal.
I'm going to pick the Steelers. I think they're finally coming around after that win against Tampa Bay. Defense hasn't looked good at all, but the offense is still the same. The Ravens are so week to week, you don't know what you're going to get from them. You don't know what you're going to get from Joe Flacco. His offensive line has just been bad. Running game's been pretty solid. I mean, nothing crazy with Alex Collins and DeVorce Allen, but I really feel as though the Steelers will win this game. I'll give them a 10, 13-point lead over the Ravens, but I'm going to pick the Steelers just because you don't know what you're going to get with Joe Flacco each week.
I'm also going with Pittsburgh. You have AB, and James Conner is doing an amazing job. Since Le'Veon's not there, he did have time to, study him while he was there last year. Like, they don't have the same similar style, but he is kind of patient when the hole opens up. So I do give him that. He's more explosive. As soon as the hole, he's gone. He also catch out the backfield. And then, of course, you got Juju Smith-Schuster. And then you got Jesse James, and then Vance McDonald. Who would have thought? He he ain't had to stiff arm dude like that last week. But he stiff armed the crap out of him. But Ben's starting to, he always had weapons around him, but I think he's more advanced. And he got the 2 tight ends that could definitely help him out. So I'm going with Pittsburgh.
That's a 3-0 for Pittsburgh. And we got the final game of the night. Monday Night Football, AFC West Showdown. The Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Denver Broncos. I want both of them to lose, but one of them got to win. But I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes is just the real deal. I'm nervous to play him twice a year now. Like, I'm just nervous to play him twice in this division. With Kareem Hunt, Sammy Watkins is re-emerging his career now, knowing that he didn't do nothing in Buffalo. He didn't do nothing. He did okay in LA, but I just like him with the Chiefs better, with Tyreek Hill. Only thing that concerns me with Kansas City is their defense. Offensively, they all on cylinders, but at the same time, that defense got to get it together to win more football games. I do like the Broncos with Case Keenum, with Phillip Lindsay, Emmanuel Sanders. I do like that as well. I feel like Denver has a better defense than Kansas City, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes being a mobile quarterback, and he could throw on the run, and he can actually run with the football, it gives him a more dynamic to get away from Von Miller and the other guy, Chubb, that's on the opposite side. But I'm going with Kansas City Chiefs here over the Denver Broncos.
Kansas City's been hot. Mahomes is like leading the league in throwing touchdowns right now. He has the cannon on him. He can throw it. He can throw the deep ball. Tyreek Hill is a speedy receiver. You can't leave him wide open. He's definitely a threat on special team as well. You can take one back to the house. Travis Kelce. Can you say about Travis Kelce? He's one of the best tight ends. He's up there with Gronk to me. He's not as big as Gronk, but he definitely can catch.
He's just as dominant as Gronk.
He's just as dominant as Gronk. Kareem Hunt back there, and you can say Sammy Watkins is coming about. So I am liking KC.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City as well. Broncos are actually a great team. I feel as though once they get their rookie quarterback, once they hit on a rookie quarterback, they'll have 3 good receivers for him, a good running game, solid running game with Royce Freeman and Phillip Lindsay. But I just don't feel as though they have that QB right now. I'm going to go with the Chiefs because Pat Mahomes has been hot. He's been blazing hot, hasn't even thrown an interception yet. Chiefs are looking good, even though their defense is pretty bad, even with Eric Berry coming back. I don't believe that Denver's offense will outscore Kansas City's offense right now. So right. I'm definitely going to go.
Right. I absolutely agree with that. And the one game that we didn't get to was did we go to the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars? Did we do that game?
No, we did not.
Okay, so I did absolutely skip that game because I went straight to the Eagles and Titans. But I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Jets here. I just don't think Sam Darnold is going to go into Jacksonville and bounce back from this game. Absolutely not. I don't see this happening. The only way that the Jets win this game is Blake Bortles in that offense without Leonard Fournette has a bad game. That's the only way Jacksonville loses this game because there's no way you lose to the Titans 9-6 and you don't score a touchdown. That is unacceptable in the NFL. I'm sorry, it was unacceptable for the Vikings to do it, but they scored 6 points and they got blown out 27-6. That's kind of different, but you lost to the Tennessee Titans with no Mariota and no Delaney Walker. Like, come on. Jacksonville, y'all got to get it together on offense. But I'm still taking Jacksonville at home. I think they play better at home. Sam Darnold is not his number one receiver right now is a Nua. They're not really doing nothing with Robbie Anderson. I do like Cowell and Bilal Powell at the running back position, but that Jacksonville defense is top notch. So I'm taking Jacksonville.
Taking Jacksonville as well. We got Ramsey back there, Calais Campbell. Like, Jacksonville's defense is amazing, and they're definitely going to get the Sam Darnold. So I'm taking the Jags.
Yeah, rookie QB against the best defense in the league. I don't think that bodes well for him, even though he's been pretty solid. He hasn't seen a defense like this yet. I really think the Jaguars will pull together on offense. Hopefully they pull it together on offense because I like Blake Bortles a lot. I like Keelan Cole a lot. They have good receivers. I mean, young receivers, but their skill sets are nice. Like I like D.D. Westbrook, DJ Chark. They haven't been using a lot. Safarian only gets like 3 catches a game for some reason. I feel like once that offense starts clicking, then they'll be a tougher opponent, but their defense is definitely going to guide them for this game and moving forward.
And there you have it, guys. We finally got through week 4 of the NFL picks. Hopefully our records will be better than it was last week.
God.
From all 3 of us, it was bad. I'll be watching Red Zone on Sunday. So, yeah, I'll be watching every game just to keep a checkup on that. And just to let y'all know that I am doing a Oakland Raiders podcast with 2 other Oakland Raiders fans. We'll be doing post-game for the Oakland Raiders game. It is going to be raw and uncut. It's going to be on Facebook Live. It will not be on YouTube just yet, but it will be on Facebook Live of the Oakland Raiders podcast. So definitely tune in for that. And if this is y'all first time being at our channel, we will suggest that you subscribe, hit that like button, and share.
Push that button. Push the button.
Push the button and comment. Comment what y'all want to see on this because we want to hear from y'all. We really want to hear from y'all. So it's the Spotlight Sports Talk, and we see y'all for week 5 picks next week, and we out of here.
Later.